How's it going, everybody?
What's happening, everybody out there in Radio Land?
Coming at you live from the BLC as you ride into the night. It's Yami and Reno.
We're gonna be dropping to you hot and live, you know, like we do.
Ooh, sounds so dirty. I like it.
So how's everybody been out there? I hope everybody's been, you know, riding, getting their skate on.
Once again,
getting to the groove, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's been a good while since our last broadcast, but we are back and we are getting stuff done.
And stronger than ever.
Indeed we are. Indeed we are. To copy Razor's slogan. However that's pronounced. But yes, here we are. We're back. We got some things to talk about. One of them being the Golden Gate Dash. That's that's something we got to talk about. That was pretty fun.
It was actually pretty cool. You know what I mean?
It's pretty awesome. I loved it.
You know, first of all, we'd love to give a shout out to Atrix, for showing us around. You know, much love, showing us around the town. It was tight. You know what I mean?
It really was a good fucking time, man. It really was. It was cool. I like the hills. The hills are fucking really deadly looking hills over there.
Yeah, deadly hills. You know, I give mad props to all you riders out there who are ballsy enough to take some of these hills.
Seriously, those are potentially fatal, man. God damn.
Yeah, unfortunately for myself here, I had a little spill the first night we were there, so I wasn't able to participate in the Golden Gate Dash there.
Well,
but that was a pretty good spill, though.
It was. Your pants were split wide open. It was very nice.
It was cool.
I mean, not that your pants were
2835 Broadway Street in San Francisco. So if all you local people know that, so you know, check it out, hit those hills up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised you remember that.
Oh, how could I forget? You know what I'm saying? Good times.
That's true. There was a robot. I said too much. I said too much as it is.
The robot's the grave.
It was cool though. It was cool. You fell in a flower bed.
Yeah, thank God I didn't break my leg. But
fuck, I'm all laughing, but no, it was.
Yeah, it was pretty. We were coming down a hill, came up on a turn. You know what I mean? Too wide, slipped, ate shit, hit my leg. But you know, I think I didn't break my leg. We're good. I'm gonna probably get my skate on tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yes, that's gonna be cool. Oh, and we have footage of your fall, I believe, too.
Oh yeah, you know, we got footage of that trip.
Yeah,
so
we're
gonna try to put that up.
Scrape something up for you guys.
Yeah, so everybody can check it out.
Indeed, it's gonna be pretty cool. In theory. Actually, no, fuck it. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Yeah, fuck you doubters, including myself.
Yeah, all them haters out there. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be fly.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty badass. I await the next event. I'm not too sure when that'll be, but if anyone has any ideas or something,
throw a ball in the air. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if anybody knows a good land monument, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
set something up.
Maybe we can help you make that shit happen. That'd be pretty cool.
A dash course.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A dash course, some blade.
Just whatever you can do out there. So we'll go ahead and so we're back, and we have some things to say once again, and we'll get at that in time. But for now, we're back, and we missed you all, and let's go ahead and throw some tunes back at you.
Yeah, you know, I'll get the blood pumping. So
as you ride into the night once again, we're gonna go ahead and play some Chain, the Rockin' 8 Glider Mix, coming at you in 3, 2, 1.
children. Now we're going to have a little music. Like old times. Like old times. Look, now I'll start the melody on the organ. Oldie but a goodie. That's just plain poppycock. Plain poppycock.
That's very nice, thank you.
Jet set, groovy. Jet set radio.
Once again, we are back.
What's happening, everybody?
Hope you guys enjoyed the tunes. They were very nice tunes.
Hope you get that blood flowing, get everybody out there skating.
Hopefully. We
You know
can't
what I'm
say it
saying?
enough,
That's
man.
what we want everybody to go out there and do. It's just skate, represent,
Yeah. So what if it's 1 a.m.?
influence. Yeah,
Well,
so what if it's 1 a.m.? Just
Go to your most populated spot and represent, man. But that's the thing though. Like, one of the biggest things we have to do as not just parts war, but as a sport, is go out there and represent. You have to go out there and just kind of be the example. Be the symbol of our sport to those that actually catch eye of you. Catch a glimpse of you. I guess.
yeah, because there's always going to be a little kid that's going to catch on, but hey, are those pretty easy or what's up? What's up with those and shit?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you can just break it down to them and shit.
Yeah, just tell them how it goes, and just you'll especially kids. Like we said before, like hook them while they're young.
Get them while they're young and shit.
That's how they used to do it back in the day. They used to go out and give
And
demos.
you know what? Yeah, you know what I mean. And if you come across another rollerblader that just spread the word too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Be like, hey, have you heard of Parts War?
Have you heard of this Parts War? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to get together and skate against each other.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
And
see what it's all about. See who can push their skates.
Exactly. You have to go out there and try to get people to notice you and what you are doing. And there's a lot of for one reason or another, and this is pretty. If you are observant, you may have noticed this already, but it is pretty obvious that I was just thinking it'd be funny if our headsets weren't connected at all this whole time, but obviously they are because we're hearing. But anyway, for some reason, one reason or another, our I guess the image of our sport is, vastly, greatly misrepresented in the mainstream media
and bashed upon.
Yeah, it's mocked. It's a mockery. For what reason? Who really knows?
It's like almost like a unspoken joke that the media talks about.
Yes, like who knows? Maybe they don't even realize what they're doing, and that's that's really because if that's the case, it's really because it's been bashed and mocked so much that people, it's just nature to them now, which is wrong.
It's like
they don't
the
know
newest
who we
generation that haven't known, I guess, about the history of skates will see it as the mainstream media portrays it.
Exactly.
So that's why we got to try to get out there and just make this shit happen.
Exactly. They'll be like, what? That's not what we need to know.
Yami over here, I saw several cartoons where skates came into the cartoon, but they were just bashed on.
Yeah, they were just the pun
character,
of a joke.
The pun of a joke. The character that had the skates was like the loser.
And
it was a what the... And then, I mean, from several different networks, non-related. So
and think about where this is coming from. Like, these people aren't, like, they're not action sports, quote-unquote, aficionados or whatever.
These are people that influence, once again, the youth.
Yeah, they have no real idea. As far as they're concerned, this was a fad that died off at one point, and no one really does it anymore, even though, as we're all well aware, that's wrong.
Yeah, and it's one of the most liberating, I guess you would say, sports you can have, because it pushes the body. Because, like we were saying, it bonds. These skates bond to you.
Yeah, they're not necessarily a vehicle. Right? They're more of a part of you than a real vehicle. It's a pretty interesting concept. It's kind of hard to grasp your head around, I guess, right off the get go. But it's kind of like, I guess, almost like Reno puts it, kind of like horseshoes, but for humans in a way.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is kind of an interesting idea, I suppose.
And I mean, if you would, I guess, look at pros and cons of skates to, I guess, consider a skateboard or a bike. I mean, a bike is a lot more heavy.
Yeah, and we're not, we're not bashing. We're just, this is kind of obvious. I mean, this is really obvious to anyone that looks. I mean, we're not saying anything's better or anything's harder or easier or more fun, but kind of stating the obvious.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just, like we're saying, there's a lot of people being misled, and for one reason or another, our sport, what we do for fun and as a passion, is being bashed upon, and we don't think that's cool. We think, it's actually really annoying and really irritating that for some weird reason we're exploited in such a negative way, and it's by people that don't really know. So it's up to, I think personally it's up to anyone who straps on a pair of skates and knows enough that what they're actually doing to go out and represent the sport itself. Whether you're riding down the street or...
and it's all just about having fun, too, because when you push it to the limit, and you're just having a good-ass time and shit, just fucking going down your ramps and shit, and grinds, doing whatever you do and shit, people are going to see that. That's what people are going to see. They're going to be like, oh, shit.
Exactly.
This fool's just having the time on his life, and this was just cruising around. You know what? I might try to get myself a pair of skates.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck.
You know what I'm saying? He probably didn't even say a word to this fool and shit. He just saw you across the street from the parking lot and said, man, that shit looks pretty dope. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it is. And, you make a very, very good point. It's like, and even if you're always going to have douchebags no matter where you go. I can't say that enough. You will always have douchebags. And if anyone really, gets in your face about it, be like, dude, let's let our wheels do the fucking talking.
Yeah, I mean...
Challenge them to a part for themselves, whether they're on fucking, on a skateboard, on a bike, a scooter, Heelys. I love saying that.
Yeah, whatever they're riding on.
Yeah, so, we'll let you guys, or go ahead and continue.
Because obviously their hate's coming from what you're riding, right?
Yeah.
They're hating on
and it's
your
ignorance.
wheels on your feet.
Sheer ignorance is what
So then challenge them to what you can put these wheels to.
Yeah, teach them a lesson. Open up the book of kicking ass and read them.
I know on skates you can whoop any BMX bike. I know it. You know
Dude,
what I'm saying?
yeah, I mean, if anyone, I'm down, I don't know, man. I've raced a lot of different people. BMXers, and down the parking garage, I'll say, down the 6, longboarders.
Some longboarders are fucking fast.
Yeah, they are. They are. Fuck, those guys get a lot of speed, and it's fucking nuts. Yeah. Like, they go really fast, but, it's just...
I give my hats to them and shit, but...
They're no better than you. That's the thing. Don't let anyone ever make you feel like they're better, they're superior because of what they write, it's up to you to demonstrate to them that that's not fucking true. But we're going to go ahead and just leave you with that, leave you with some food for thought. We're going to go ahead and get some music your way. We're going to go ahead and play Everybody Jump Around here.
Jump around. jump around.
So here we go, and then we got Flight of Mission after that. So here we go, and then we'll come back for a little bit.
Y'all ready to get funky?
The most important part of dance is music. So now let us listen to the music and identify the beats.
1, 2, 3.
But that was too soft.